Hello and welcome everybody, I am your humble host Gavin the Kitty, and today we are playing Mega Man Xtreme 2. This is a Game Boy Color game that I have played a lot. Hello Zeke, you are the first one in today. Lucky you. I've of course brought Casey with me.
Hi guys, it's me again.
It Casey.
It me.
It her. And
it Calzone.
So the majority of the story here is gonna be cutscene. So, for those wondering, this game came out in between X5 and X4. So, this was meant to flesh out Iris a little bit because X4 was the first time we saw her, and some people were like, "Who's this new person?" I had to do some fiddly bits, but we ended up getting all of the modes unlocked. We're going to be playing on Extreme mode, because that is the most complete version of the story. But I guess I'll start out by saying, how is everybody doing today? Casey, how are you doing today?
Doing pretty good.
That's good. This is Iris, a member of Repliforce, and the first navigator that we have in the series, unless you're counting the nameless one from Xtreme, or not Xtreme, from Maverick Hunter X. But that came out after this, so.
I don't think most people knew about the Extreme games, to be honest.
They're referenced in X5 and 6, but, yeah. Actually, the scenario here actually mimics X6's a lot, and they make a lot of parallels to it. So, but they call it the Cyber Mission there, so. So for right off the bat, I should say there is a lot going on here. Let me start by changing my controls. So I can make the select an X and 0 change or a weapon change, and we're going to do an X and 0 change because that's just what's more natural for me. So we've got all weapons off the bat, and with select we can change characters. We're going to play this intro stage as 0 because I didn't get to show them off the last game, or too much. Like, we got the capsules for them, but I didn't use them too much. And I didn't show off 0 and X3, so it's finally his time to shine.
I forgot we even played Extreme 1 and then X3.
Yeah,
because of how little we saw 0.
So if you play as X for this opening bit, you actually fall down into that hole there and continue forward. For 0, he automatically takes control and rushes off to the right. And the screen does in fact lock you out of going down that pit, so. That is a health pickup. We are going to be seeing a lot of those. In particular, there's two different types of health pickups. There is health pickup, and then there is a DNA soul, which also acts like a health pickup, but it also acts as currency. We'll get to that, because this is the first X game with a shop, and it's also the only X game with a shop this early on. So we don't see a shop again until X8. Which is really a shame, because I feel like X6 and 7 would have benefited heavily from it. This game came out in 2001, I believe? It was either 2000 or 2001. It was very late into the Game Boy Color's lifespan.
It went defunct in like 2002, didn't it?
It did. This is a strictly Game Boy Color game, so it will not work on your original Game Boy, no matter how hard you try. But they did do some really cool stuff. So if you plugged it into a Game Boy Advance, you actually get extra benefits. Hello, Skylar. Welcome. 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 We're just playing through Mega Man Xtreme 2. So Casey, I know you don't have very much history with this game.
Or Mega Man 2. too much, aside from what I've recently played as I've been here.
I should also apologize for all the flashing. This is an episode to skip if you have epilepsy. This is your one warning. Epilepsy warning. They toned it down for the 3DS Virtual Console. However, it was, yeah.
This game definitely will not help with that headache.
Yeah, probably won't.
I had to turn off the audio because like, I got a slight headache.
Is it loud or is it...
No, it's just I've been hearing. I've had a lot to deal with all day.
Okay.
You know, my head.
Well,
I was at work this morning.
yeah, Casey does a job. Does a job.
I work on the farm.
No, you don't. You work at an auto zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. More cutscenes. And this is Gareth. Gareth. You want to open that book? Tell us who Gareth is?
No. As you were saying. Geez.
Gareth here is one of the knights. I said this was wizards and witches themes. I really meant Sword in the Stone. Gareth is a knight.
Gareth, there he is.
While Casey's reading up on Gareth, we're gonna go over the story here. So an entire island has mysteriously been, like, an entire island's population has mysteriously been killed, and there are rampaging Mavericks there. However, the Mavericks are ones that X and Zero have already defeated and haven't seen in nearly a year or two. So, they're sent to investigate, and they come across Gareth and Burkana, and who is a witch, and they have to go stop them. So, yeah. Hello, Sylveon. I don't know what she's going on about, but alright. Anything else in there? Any good information? There is one other character from this game that we'll be seeing as well. So we gotta get the DNA of the Reploids. Oh, they misspelled laboratory. Gotcha. I'm not paying attention to the... I haven't... Do you see an O in there? Laboratory.
No, I'm asking, is that how they spelled it? Is that how they misspelled
Lavatory.
Oh, they spelled it with a B?
Yeah.
Lavatory.
Which would be... Anyways, I'm just gonna save and continue. So this is my file from testing and also unlocking everything because, of course, I needed to unlock everything. So in this game, we've got basically a hybrid of all three X games for the Super Nintendo. We've got Neon Tiger, Launch Octopus, Volt Catfish, Flame Mammoth, Tunnel Rhino, Overdrive Ostrich, Blast Hornet, and Wire Sponge.
So you've already said everything there is to know about Gareth. He is a knight that just making sure I'm doing this.
He races DNA,
He races DNA souls from Mavericks.
That's
Reploid, sorry.
And that's about it.
He's slightly good, question mark.
No. So in parts here, this is the shop. Up there is our DNA souls. We have 208. For beating a boss, we will get a DNA soul. Each of these are moves. Up here are the common parts that can be equipped to X or Zero. These two were for Extreme Mode and Boss Rush, respectively. These are the parts for X, and these are the parts for Zero. There are 8 capsules in this game. We're going to try to get all of them. And I believe we are actually going to start with Wire Sponge. I did apply one patch to this game, and I should note this is just simply for my sake. As you can see, we can switch between X and Zero on the fly, and they've got separate health bars. Here in this version, it makes that health bar one and the same. This is going to help us when it comes to difficulty balancing. So in X's playthrough, you get the top 4 bosses. In Zero's playthrough, you get the bottom 4 bosses. And either way, you're kind of losing out because you only have 4 heart tanks. Here, you can have one player get 8, but the other player is going to have the same health that they started with. So in order to stop me from getting frustrated over health shenanigans, I went for the easier option of a patch that allows me to run what I need to run. So now I've got now I can get full health with all characters. Down here is going to be our first secret.
I was like, what are you doing?
Into the pit.
It
This
burns.
So this capsule here cannot be activated for X. It can only be activated for Zero. They wanted to go for a hologram feel for it.
No, I know. It's the same exact art.
It is. It is.
It's so goofy.
This upgrade will allow you to crush certain blocks. So this hardens Zero's legs. Because, believe it or not, Zero already has an air dash. We just double tap A.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we're going to try to stick to X for most of this, but we are going to be switching between them quite often.
What happens if you die as Zero?
I
I
lose a life.
Okay.
I lose a life.
I
That's
didn't know
it.
if it was the same consequence as...
No, absolutely not. If it was the same consequences, people would have a large problem with this game. Children Chance says X8 before X8. In many respects, yes. I actually think X8 does most of the concepts here a lot better, but that's not to say that this is bad by any means. These are the checkpoints areas.
This game actually looks really fun. I'm not going to try this one.
This is really a really good one, and I would say go pick it up on 3DS, but the 3DS shop has since been shut down. It's worth checking out. I don't know if it's worth
This is on Virtual Console?
This was on Virtual Console on 3DS, yes. However, I can't recommend that way to play it now because most people can't buy it, and I would prefer they support the series that exists. Luckily, Capcom has been taking note of everything on 3DS Virtual Console, so we might be getting a Game Boy collection sometime soon. Since when can Zero accept light upgrades? I believe these light upgrades were probably made last in the sequence once Dr. Light knew about Zero. So, it's more likely that it just comes with the territory of being a Reploid. I know that he says that he can't make upgrades for Zero, but that could have been an earlier capsule when Dr. Light created it. But this is the only time that Zero gets... Or no, it's not the only time that Zero gets a Dr. Light upgrade. Zero also gets a Dr. Light upgrade in Mega Mission, which is a manga. But most people don't know about that one because it hasn't been translated yet. Or, well, it's been fan-translated, and I can't shuck the fans on that. As you see, Wire Spun's has the exact same pattern as last time. But his lightning strikes a little differently.
Oh no, Wily made a robot that can beat X. I'm gonna give Zero some parts to even the odds.
Well, no. Because they weren't going to be fighting. The original idea here is that with Zero being repaired, his systems can suddenly... With Zero being repaired, it basically changed his systems from Robot Master status to Reploid status for most of its repairs. So it probably allowed for some interface with the Dr. Light capsules. I'm not saying very much, because...
I mean, that's fair.
It's only an assumption, and I'm not going... It's not one of those things where I can say for certain.
Yeah.
did make him mad. Yeah, you just have to start moving left and right, and if he's in the center of the room like that, it is incredibly difficult to dodge.
Because you have such a tiny space.
Yeah. Once again, though, that's just my assumption. I'm sure there's some canon explanation for why Zero can access the capsules in this game other than balancing. I do like the fact that there's 8 capsules in this game and something for both characters to collect. So X is going to get the something that looks like the X2 armor, but functionally it's the X3 armor. I've actually played this game a lot more than I did X3 and even Xtreme 1. This was actually my road trip game. Anytime there was a road trip, I'd be playing this.
I know what you mean, because I had a very similar thing with Wario Land 4. It was the game that I would always play every time we'd go on a road trip or something.
Yeah, if there was a card ride, I was playing Xtreme in the backseat. And that's just kind of how it was.
Did you have the Worm Light? Or...
I was playing this on a PSP, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
I didn't know. Jeez.
Yeah, no, Xtreme, for most of these games I had to emulate. I did not have the money. I could not find a copy of Xtreme 2 growing up. I now have a copy, but growing up I couldn't find any of the Mega Man games, basically. So a lot of my Mega Man experience comes from poorly designed emulators, poorly optimized emulators for PSP. So, and Wii. And this was one that I just happened to play a lot. So since we went to Wire Sponge, we're now going to take a short detour and make our way to, let's see here. Actually, we're going to go get some parts real quick. So the more souls that you get, the more parts you'll be able to create. As you can see in that stage, I didn't get any souls, really. But we are going to start out with the Z-Saber +1. This is going to make Zero a lot more useful.
In terms of...
combat. Hello, blood. Souls? Question mark? Yes, souls. We are collecting DNA souls from Mavericks. Sylveon says this game predicted X6. No, but X6 does make a lot of references to it. I actually kind of sort of can't wait till we get to X6 because I know what I'm stepping into.
Flame Mammoth?
This is Flame Mammoth, yep. So, the way to equip parts is like heading over here to the parts section and then just picking it. I believe both characters can pick up to 2 parts. For Zero here, it changes the color of his saber to a more bluish hue. This is also the best stage to grind in, because you can just stand here on the conveyor belts and slash away. I actually really think this game plays really, really good. Really, really well. As you see with the air dash, that makes it no problem, but we still can't get up there without the helmet part.
That is scary.
Sylveon? No. Me saying that this game has a lot in common with X6 does not mean that poorly translated line. Blood says, just a question. Yeah, no, I was answering.
Very good. No one's mad at you. Your questions are welcomed here.
I like the questions.
We are here. Well,
I'm just getting...
Gavin is here to be repository for information.
Kinda. No, I'm not a repository for...
Not repository, sorry.
I'm a guy. I play games. The thing is, I'm giving out facts about the game. And as far as this game's concerned, it's well, will you both try Metal Slug? I
might do it for a stream.
I'm more than happy to play Metal Slug, but there's no guarantee that I'll be good at it. Right now, we're doing the entire MegaManX series, so...
Dang, those things are a one-hit kill?
Those are one-hit kill, yes.
Who designed this?
the internal team at Capcom.
Oh.
This was a...
I'm sorry, but that seems like a Minakuchi thing.
Minakuchi was already defunct by this point.
No, I know they were.
They were
I'm saying just
defunct
the...
by a good 5 years, I believe. Actually.
How long between these games was there a gap for?
Not much. Not
Between-
much, because there was X4 the year prior, Mega Man 8, in between that, X5, Legends
Oh,
1,
yeah. I forgot about Xtreme being between, I think you said it was...
X5 and X4. Giant lava balls from Mario Bros. 1 XD. Yeah. Now I know where they took notes for the X game. Yeah. Minakuchi would have been probably tasked to develop this X game as well as Xtreme 1 if they were still around by that time, but with X3 being their last game, they really didn't have a chance to.
It's really sad, though. But,
It's alright.
alright.
Long since history. Most of the items are going to be in the same spots as before, except for, I believe, Neon Tiger and Volt Catfish. All the X3 stages are actually very different, and then all the X1 and 2 levels are not as much different. Right. Hit me. There we go. It's not a one-hit kill anymore, but I did not want to take...
You did not want to take a risk.
I didn't want to take more damage from the lava, actually.
Oh, I see.
The thing about Xtreme 2 is that while it's more polished than Xtreme 1, you can see there's a lot of flaws, but there's a lot of building off of from Xtreme 1. The backgrounds are really nice. Casey, they're asking, they got a question for you in chat.
Casey, will you play in silence for stream? Fun fact, I actually have no idea what you're talking about. I'm gonna check it out. I don't stream on this platform, I stream on Twitch.
Yeah.
And I'm a completely different IP separate from Gavin. So.
Yeah. Casey just joins in. I essentially employed her as a co-host of sorts, because I needed some help with moderating chat, and most of my friends are getting busier and busier, so...
And then you have me.
So I figured, hey, Casey, you live with me. I can pester you to join.
I'm just hiding under my blanket. You are going to stream with me!
No!
Just clinging onto the bed, bringing the full mattress to me.
Boy Mammoth here is kind of a challenging fight for a first fight. In fact, I wouldn't consider many of these fights that good first battles.
Oh.
But we have both sub-tanks right now, so we should be in good shape for at least a little bit.
Interesting.
Interesting game?
Yeah, it's a horror game. It's a survival horror game. I might do this for Scarecade Sunday.
Alright, well, that's cool. Well, thank you, Blood, for your compliment.
I've actually been wanting people to recommend me games, but nobody says anything, so I just do whatever.
I got a whole recommend games part of my server, so I just have people... I have people requesting games all the time. I just usually deny them, because usually there's some...
multiplayer,
Because usually there's something that I'm not... It's something that I'm not into. Fox, you know, everybody's doing okay as far as I know.
Lol, I'm doing fine, lol.
Anyways, I have no idea what that was about.
Because it said lol, how was everyone?
I played it once. It was a challenge with your mic.
Oh, it's a game that senses your mic.
Ah, cool. Not for my stream. Sorry. If we play something, it's gonna be something I'm super knowledgeable about, like Resident Evil or Silent Hill. Just something where I...
You don't play Resident Evil.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. Not for stream, you don't.
I played RE0.
That doesn't count.
We went through part of it. The problem was Spectre wasn't really up for the game.
I mean, if you ever want to continue it, I'm here.
I mean, more than happy to continue it, but it was the only tricky part was DBD. What? What does that mean?
I don't know.
What does that mean? Blood, what are you talking about? I'm confused.
So am I. I'm gonna search it up, see if it's the meaning of anything. Unless it's another milk drinking joke.
Oh boy, that was funny.
I'm
Dead by Daylight. I've never played it.
The most of the games that you're mentioning are games that I'd actually play.
Most of them are games that I wouldn't touch because they're multiplayer. That's the key difference between me and Casey. She does a lot of multiplayer stuff. I do a lot of single player stuff.
I do multiplayer stuff, but then on the fly, I normally play a lot of single player platforms because I have no one to play with. So, eh.
Like, I'm here, but I'm not down to do 2 streams in one day.
Neon Tiger is looking a lot like Stinkamillion right now.
It is. This stage is very different from what we witnessed in the X3 for PlayStation. So, like I said, a lot of the X3 bosses have actually had level design changes. Some of the X2 bosses as well. I think this was a good change because it actually opens up the...
It actually feels like a stage where a tiger would be, if you really think about it, because...
Well, the last time we saw him, he was in a jungle. And I feel like this would match that.
Well, yeah, it does. I meant more in the trees, because even though it's not really shown too often, tigers like to reside in the trees a lot more than they do on the ground.
Yeah, well, that's because rainforests are very wet.
Yeah. Getting no like that. Oh, there's a Winterland update for it.
I see. Well, I'm trying to think about anything to talk about. Are you gonna play X4 with that dumb? If you're talking about the original dub, I mean, technically, yes.
What's wrong with the original?
Oh, I forgot about that.
I'm concerned. What's wrong? Oh my gosh. Why is that a thing?
I forgot you have to beat certain bosses with certain characters.
Is there a patch for that? I hope there is.
No. Which means I think I just locked myself out of that capsule. Which isn't a big deal, but... You might be wondering, well, why isn't that a big deal, Gavin? Because, believe it or not, there are multiple ways to get the capsules in this game. You can get them from the shops. Yeah, we're roommates. Blood. I live with 3 other people. So, I live with Casey, my boyfriend Carmick, my roommate Brent, and good friend, and Casey. So, there's 4 of us together that live here.
That's 5.
5. No, I listed 4. Did I list you twice? I'm tired.
So there's one that lives upstairs, and then there's one that lives in the basement. What?
Nobody lives in the basement.
I am the basement dweller. I steal your cookies.
You live up. Your room is upstairs.
I know. There's 2 of me.
No.
Anyways, this is Neon Tiger. We saw them in the last stream that we did.
This time the sprite matches the... Sylveon says they live in my walls.
What's his weakness?
It's supposed to get noisy with all 4 of you? Not really. Brent's pretty quiet. I live a pretty quiet life. The loudest 2 are Casey and Truman.
But that's only when I stream and when I'm extremely mad at something.
And
which is very rare.
Believe it or not, it's actually rather quiet in the house. Ever since the neighbors moved, it's been real quiet too.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's been kind of nice.
It has been really nice.
I can keep my peace of mind.
And it won't appear on stream.
Well, my microphone kind of helped with that.
Listen, that was their fault.
My microphone being bad early on.
Oh, that?
Yeah, that's what I was talking.
Oh yeah, that's right. You gave me your old mic. I forgot about that.
Okay, so the way that you get all of the... So the way that you can... We got 330. I'm trying to think here. Super recover, recover more, energy saver, use less power.
Would you like more water, by the way?
I'm good for at the moment. I still have some, actually.
Okay.
I'm just trying to...
I might get myself some. Casey, do you play?
Do I... well, do they play something? Well, go ahead and get yourself some water real quick while I start the next stage.
Alright.
I just gotta figure out which one I'm going to, because I've got one
By the way,
weapon
chat,
right now.
don't feel afraid to ask questions. We're happy to answer.
I'm happy to answer.
So am I. I said we are because I like to answer questions too.
I like questions.
I like questions. The number 2.
Anyways, so we got Tunnel Rhino here.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick.
Yes, it
Mayonnaise.
is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Through a certain application, it is.
We're not going there. And if you go there again, I will get Butcher from the stream. There's no need to go that far with it. Yeah. I try to keep them more... You forgot your question. Gotcha. Flashing Blades, hello! You ever notice that the battle theme from Power Rangers Dino Thunder totally stole Tiny Rhino's theme? I did not, but now I'm thinking it. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Shit. Oh, shoot. Now that's all I'm gonna be thinking about. Bad thing is, I really like both Tunnel Rhino's theme and Dino Thunder. Oh, of course, the lawn care people. I forgot. Today's the day they cut the... They're doing my yard. Of course. I'm sorry about the noise, folks, but we've got... My yard gets taken care of. I can't complain. They mow the yard. They make sure it's up to par. I can't complain. Not a straight port, but an excellent portable game. It is an excellent portable. I think Xtreme 2 here was the game I played more often than any other Mega Man game, just because I had it with me on the PSP. Because since the PSP was very lacking with Mega Man games, when it came time to play them, I was either playing Xtreme 2, Mega Man Maverick Hunter X, or X4, 5, and 6 via the PlayStation PSP's emulation function. But overall, I think this is the game I played a lot more than any other. Alright, we're just gonna continue here. This is the hardest part of the level, I feel. So you notice the color palette changed. We're gonna switch to 0 just for the air mobility. You also had the janky PSN ports of the Legends games. Those didn't come out till well after the PSP was relevant for me, though. For me, it was trying to play the Japanese Legends titles, because there was PSP ports for the Legends games. There was Legends 1 and 2 for PSP, and they actually had proper controls and fixed a lot of the problems that would later come with the PSN versions. The problem was they were all in Japanese, and you had to figure it out from there.
Suddenly, instant death again.
Yep, that is actually instant death. So, I gotta stay away from it.
Nice.
Yep, I said that was gonna happen a lot. Alright. Through the door we go.
Did you ever have eye problems playing this when you were younger?
I got car sick a lot, but it wasn't because of this game. It was just in general.
That's fair.
Sometimes when you're riding in a car and playing a game, some games just do that. Pushmo does it. Pushmo for me, it was every time I played Pushmo in the car, that would do that.
Pushmo. Oh, it's because of the perspective change.
Something about the 3D in Pushmo. Didn't matter if it was on or off.
Alright, Karmic, we appreciate it.
Well, thanks for the watch time, dear, but don't really know. Oh, dang it. We got close. I didn't know that. I just remember Misadventures of Tronbon being wonky because the D-pad was used for movement. Yeah, no, there was actually Legends 1 and 2 ports for PSP. They only came out in Japan, and then there was the PSN ones that came out in, I think, 2014, 2015, but that was well after the PSP was relevant for me. By that time, I already had great ways to play most of the games, so. But Legends 1 and 2 did actually have Japanese-only PSP ports, and there are minor differences. Not many, but there are. They are there.
Flashing Bait said, KO Tunnel Rhino with 0, or else you can't get all the upgrades.
Yeah, I already beat Flame Mammoth with 0, and I felt bad about that. But luckily, the shop exists, so you're actually not locked out of anything, because you can buy the armor, which is our height. We're just gonna go stage select and pick a different level, because my, oh, I feel stupid about that.
Is that Overdrive Ostrich?
That is Overdrive Ostrich.
Is that not a bad choice, or...?
That's an alright choice. Thanks for the shop. If then, yeah. Yeah, because this one, one of the X parts down here is all of X's parts. So, I know that you can't get all 0 upgrades, but all the 0 upgrades are just the same ones as X, so. And just buy the armor later. Yeah, I keep it in my wheelhouse just in case. Like, to set up for the stream, we're playing actually with a patch that makes the heart tanks apply to both characters. So, that way then we're not locked out of anything. Meep, yep. So, I have a feeling that this game changed direction midway through development. But I don't have that much information on Xtreme 1 as far as development history goes, because this game is very undocumented. And by undocumented, I mean, when Capcom talks about the X series, they talk about X1, X2, X4, 5, they touch on 6, they touch on 7, and they touch on 8, but they don't ever go into full detail. So, for Xtreme 1 and 2, I just don't have that much dev history here. Although I would love to know more, but I do think the focus of this game changed midway through development, because half the stages are straight 1-to-1, or as close to 1-to-1 as they could get for the Game Boy, and then the other half are completely original, and then the final level's original, and same with the intro stage. So it makes me think that early on in development they had all of these stages planned out to just be a straight port of one of the X games. And then that had to change because, like, of course it did. So, just a thought, food for thought.
That weird pyramid tank, too.
Yeah, we'll get there. We're about 45 minutes in, so I'm going to take this moment right now to shell out the channel. So if you guys could, if you're enjoying the content, drop a like and subscribe. And stick around and recommend the video to a friend, because I don't plan on stopping the Mega Man series anytime soon.
He's shorter.
You ever just want to be a very, very small serpent?
Maybe.
You ever want to have a weak point on your tail as well as your head?
No. I just like being snake.
Snake.
I can't wait until command mission.
Okay.
Do you want me to play command mission then? You sound like you don't want to try.
No, I do. I enjoy command mission. I just don't know if I'm ready for that level of responsibility as far as the X series is concerned.
Uh-oh.
Mostly due to the fact that that is a longer title, and is going to take me multiple parts regardless of what I do. So, it might be a bit. What about X-Dive Offline? I will be covering it. I will be covering X-Dive Offline. I will not cover the gacha game, though. So, more information keeps coming out about X-Dive Offline, and it makes me happier by the second. The only thing that I'm not happy about is the crossover characters aren't in, but we still have Ryu Dr. Light, so hey, that's good for me. But yeah, for me, because I like playing as Dr. Light.
Well, no, I didn't know it was in there.
Yeah.
In offline. Is he in offline?
He is on offline.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I am gonna be.
I am glad all the characters are. I'm glad it finally happened. Now I can play it. I sold my soul to one gacha game. Can't do it again. I feel that, but yeah, I'm glad that they decided to do this route as well, because as long as they have.
JoJo Sigma.
Oh yeah, they still got JoJo Sigma. Don't worry about that.
I'll search it up.
You'll have to look up Bad Boy Sigma X-Dive. He's literally in Jotaro's outfit.
Oh gosh.
Wielding a baseball bat. It's great. Anyways, but no, X-Dive. Removing the gacha mechanics are good. Having the shop and all the characters we bought with Zenny helps out a ton. Some people were like, "There's a," some people are like, "Oh, but it's still bad news because there's still a shop icon." I'm like, "Yeah, there's a shop icon because there's shops in most Mega Man games if you count them. Legends has a shop. All the Battle Network and Star Force games have shops. Mega Man 5, 7, 10, 11 all have shops. Mega Man 8 has a shop. Xtreme 2, X8. The Zero games have forms of shops, and ZX has a shop. And ZX Advent has a shop. So, like, all of these games have shops. Most of these games have Zenny. So then... And people are still like, "Oh, but it can't have a shop." I'm like, it can have a shop. Zenny can be purchasable. This is like the time they freaked out about the souls in the red and blue souls being purchasable on the PlayStation Store for Devil May Cry 5.
Gangsta Boy Sigma.
Yep.
He looks like a JoJo. He doesn't look like Jotaro, but he looks like a JoJo character in general.
Just
all
lacking.
big and buff.
If you want to read out chat for just a moment while I focus on Launch Octopus over here.
Sylvian says, "Yada yada, I'm not dead." Speaking of Battle Network, I'm almost done with my first playthrough of VN3 in 15 years, just lacking balance and defeating Alpha Omega.
Yeah, I still need to finish 3. It's the only one in the collection I haven't actually beaten, and the main reason behind that is Street Fighter 6 came out. And then Zelda came out, then Street Fighter 6 came out.
Yeah, you haven't been playing Battle Network in a while.
I got busy, and then the channel's been taking priority. And then, I don't know if you heard about this, Flashing Blades, they actually lowered the bar for monetization. And whenever they enact that, I'm actually eligible for monetization finally, so there's some positives.
We'll be in the same boat.
Please switch! Please switch! No!
I will spam the same move. I am JP.
Of course. For those who haven't played 6 yet, you can spam the same move with JP, and yeah.
It's broken unless you know how to parry.
Yeah, until they, yeah, thank you, Flash and Blaze. Once they enact it, it'll be easy peasy. But they lowered it to 500 subscribers, 3,000 watch hours, and either a upload, 3 uploads within 90 days, or 3 million views across your shorts. Oh, so they did confirm the new sponsor requirements that were mentioned yesterday. Yes, they did. They did confirm that, but they're not enacting it until like a month or two. For a month or two. They said they'd have more information at VidCon, and I'm going to be paying attention to at least that. At least. I'm not going to VidCon, but I'm curious. Ghost Knight said, I will not play COD. I do not like Call of Duty. I will not touch that series. I'm sorry. Sorry, Ghost Knight. What are those, the requirements?
Yeah, I think that's what we were just talking about.
I just read them out. They're 3,000 watch hours within the last year, 3 uploads within 90 days, or 3. It's you have to have at least 500 subs, 3,000 watch hours within a year span, and then one of the two. You can either have a total of 3 million views across all of your shorts, or I think it's at least 3 uploads. Oh, no. We're talking about they're talking about getting sponsored with YouTube so I can actually get paid for this. Because I would love to get paid for this. I spend way too much of my time doing this. When are you playing Tears of the Kingdom on stream? When I get to it.
I mean, I had a hard time getting my my affiliation with my affiliation license with Twitch. It was difficult because not many people were watching me. I just got lucky.
Not Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship. If I could get paid for that, I would be more than happy to take it.
You would do the Raid Shadow Legends
I would do the Raid Shadow Legends meme, Jeff.
How would you do it? I'm kind of curious.
I would read whatever they give me and call it a day because I need to get paid. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't had a good paycheck in a little over a year.
You want to play a good game? Go to your old buddy Wario. I know a good game. Raid Shadow Legends.
No. I just mean I haven't been paid well in a good number of years, so I kind of sort of want. Well, hey, I want to be able to support the people I care about, right?
You're
and
up here with the big boys.
And if Raid Shadow Legends would allow me to do that, then I will take the sponsorship money without question, and for all intents and purposes, just to be safe with my own stuff. You've been diagnosed with raids. I like that.
You know what? I might use that if I ever get sponsored, which I highly doubt. I mean, I have a sponsor.
You've been sponsored with the ant killer. You've been sponsored with raids.
Doctor, I think I might have raids. What?
What the hell are you talking about?
What do you mean? I can't take credit for it. Really?
Yeah, if you want to keep reading out the chat, though, we got all sorts of stuff here.
Yeah, and I heard Twitch just committed seppuku with new brand policy. Really?
Yeah, they did.
I heard they updated policies.
They're not good. They're like, percentage of the screen can't be taken up with logos, and the percentage of the screen can't be taken up with an advertisement, and this percentage of this, and it's like, what the hell is going on?
Okay, so I don't have a logo unless they're gonna.
No. Any advertising. They basically told people they can't advertise.
So.
Yeah.
So how are we supposed to get our sponsors?
I don't know. Good luck with that.
You know how I used to do it?
Yeah, I know how you used to do it.
You've seen it.
I've seen it.
Okay, well, I don't have the thing anymore. I just have people be like, you know, you can use the commands to find out how to sponsor. You know.
Yeah,
I also found out that it wasn't 10%, it was actually 20% off.
Oh,
So I did a big goof. Actually, I thought about this, about using that joke in another video. This video is brought to you by Raid Insect Killer.
just show a picture of Blast Hornet or something.
Blast Hornet sprays it. No, make it like a horribly animated machinima, where they're just spitting on the ground as you're spraying them with Raid.
That can work.
I might make that later. Twitch is trying to drive people from off their platform.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that or why they'd want to do that, but
Because, funny enough, we're the people who give them that power to be a streaming platform. So if they're taking that away from us, it's just
people are just
counteractive.
jumping ship. I've been on YouTube since like I did one Twitch stream. I'm not going back. I've been doing YouTube too long to actually.
Well, technically, you've done two.
Okay, appearing on yours doesn't count because I'm not hosting.
That's fair. You did for like a good 2 hour, or for a good hour or so, because I fell asleep. Who called who short? No one said anything about being short.
I think we were talking about YouTube Shorts earlier, but
I'm not short. I'm small.
you're under 5. What was it?
If you're under 5'10", then you're short.
Clap, clap.
Oh my god.
Which is great because you actually are under 5. For those curious, I hosted a panel at Anthro, Ohio. It's up on one of the Furry YouTube channels. You can look up if you're not 18, then you're 12. It's a fun time.
It was complete chaos that time.
It was a fun time. Insert Edward Eric Rage here. Yes.
All hell Erickson.
All Harold Erickson. Anyways, oh, we're up to 7 people watching. Cool. Yeah, yes, Casey. 8. So we got Earth G.
Edward?
I think they're talking about. It's an anime, I believe. So this is Bracana.
Flashing Place literally just goes, no!
Yes.
Oh no.
Well, I got something going on. If you want to pull out the book real fast and read some stuff about Bracana while
I
we're.
don't know anything about Bracana. At this point, I'm just reading to myself and then just like, I don't know how to convert this to words.
Okay.
Feel bad.
I'm getting me melon. Their flashing blades going.
Ratchet, I'm getting me melon.
They're doing something.
They were okay. I thought I was tripping for a second. Their name is literally Cinnamon. That's an awesome character. I found it.
I found it. You found it?
What, you were about to grab the book, weren't you?
Oh yeah, kinda, sorta. Anyways, so Bracana is one of those characters. I don't believe she was in X-Dive, but a lot of people wanted her in X-Dive.
She's really pretty.
Yeah, she's also really evil.
No, she's not.
Yeah, huh? She started like a cult of Sigma or something.
The cult of Sigma.
I mean, that's what.
No. The Church of Sigma.
The She wasn't, and we wanted her. Yeah. That sounds about right. I think the only other places she shows up was the Archie comics. The Archie comics, and I think she showed up in an old X manga, but I couldn't be sure. She's never mentioned.
Doesn't really help. This just.
Yeah. That's.
This is the problem with it. All it does is explains how they're dressed, and then how they attack. That's all this is telling me. This is not giving me the information I need.
Aliases none. Affiliation Mavericks / Soul Eaters. Weapon is Blue B Orb, Red A Orbs, Fire Shots, Giant Icicles, Terrain Shifting. Sonic Slicer and Rayclaw are her weaknesses.
I want the juicy parts, like where it tells you like why they are the way they are. Who are they? Where did they come from?
Where did they go? Where did they come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
No, it's Gangsta Boy Sigma.
Oh boy. So, the way to get a part is to actually have double the amount of souls. So it can actually pay off to not spend any souls, first off.
Are they unlimited?
They are unlimited, yes. I can't confirm nor deny, but you can, but you find some obscure stuff in old manga. Generally, you do. I know that for most of playing these games, I find a lot of really obscure stuff in mangas. Like Dr. Doppler was a bigger villain than what X3 really led on. I know that. So we're gonna try to get all the Zero stuff with Zero, and then X will have 3 weapons, but shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Honestly, having 2 characters with full health bars with 8 sub-tanks each is gonna make this game so much nicer. I really don't know how the DNA Soul stuff works in this game, because the shop isn't explained super well, and the icons for the health pickups are really similar, so I just don't get it. Like, I know the thin, flat ones. I thought those were just health pickups. But I could be wrong. And I thought the round ones were the DNA souls. But then I see the same exact set of icons in blue for the weapons. So I'm like, is that a DNA soul?
No, they're yellow.
No, because DNA souls could also be blue. You never know.
Well,
The thing is, it's not explained. It just says you gotta get DNA souls. Like, those 3, I know that's a DNA souls. The jewel-shaped ones are souls. Does it matter if it's weapon or health? Because I always thought it had to just be health. But I could be very wrong. They both refill you, and they both add to your collection.
so what's the point of them being different in color? Is it a quantity thing?
No, it's weapon or health pickup. I don't think it matters. Yeah, these are the questions. Okay, that didn't work.
It's just the power battles, but worse.
No, it's not.
No, in terms of, like, oh, only one of you gets it.
Yeah, I do wish they both got the weapons. That would actually...
I mean, with, is it power battles or power fighters? I don't remember. The arcade game, let's just say
the
that.
power battles, you get... both characters get it. The power fighters, you only one gets it.
That's right.
Yes.
Well, you understand the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, it's... There's no reason to lock it behind one or the other. So... Lightning breaks the block. Alrighty.
Don't you have a tally on your pause menu?
A what?
A tally is what they're asking.
Yeah, I have a tally for souls and stuff. There's all the parts. Oh, I never equipped X with the part that he needed. As far as armors
You're
go...
telling me X has been running around here without his parts on?
Yep.
You monster. So check the number, then pick up the blue one, see if it increases.
Alright, if we can...
There's a yellow one.
Where's the yellow one? We'll do that when we're in a bit of a safer spot, and if I remember. These are just the questions that have been in my head since forever, and I haven't found any definitive sources telling me anything, because, like I said, the Game Boy games for Mega Man are just not documented very well, unless you're Mega Man Zero, Battle Network, or Star Force. You just have no documentation. 5 for Game Boy, like, more people know about that, but 4 for Game Boy, 3 for Game Boy? What about 1 for Game Boy? all of those, we just don't have very much history on these games. Which is a shame, because these are kind of things that people would want to know. Granted, you know one thing that I'd really like to see put into a Legacy collection?
What would
The
you like
old-
to see put into a Legacy collection?
The old strategy guides.
The question is, why aren't they in there? That's a better question.
Well, because it would just make you cheese the game, but like as an unlockable, it'd be cool. Like you beat Battle Network 2. Here's Battle Network 2 strategy guide.
That's fair.
Specifically, like, you know, for that one it would have to be the Japanese, but Battle Network 3, 4, 5, 6, that'd be cool. Like, Wii U eShop gives the manuals. Yeah, exactly. So, I feel like...
We've been robbed.
No, I just feel like there should be more to it.
T-Fang.
Also, I feel like if we bugged Viz Media enough, they might give us a DVD release of the... one. I needed to kill him at 0, didn't I? Dang it.
Dang it, Bobby.
I just keep messing up, and that's all that's all that's happening today. Alright, so they're not down. It's okay, there's a shop. There's a shop. I'll just use the shop.
The one time you get a weapon with X is the one you needed with
This stage is actually one I think is better here than it is on the
original.
Yeah. I have more fun with it here. I forgot to. Yeah, that's just the way it goes. There needs to be more patches for Xtreme 2. Just one that gives both characters the weapons and keeps both characters have the health, and then Extreme mode unlocked from the very start. And that way, then you can have the ultimate version of Xtreme 2. I know there was a bunch of fans who were remaking Extreme 2. Okay, that actually made a noise. And my tally went up. I'm gonna say it doesn't matter. I'm gonna say it just does.
Okay, wait, check the tally. 804.
804. 808. Okay, so.
Seems to increase by...
The 16-bit graphics, I don't care if they have 16-bit graphics, I just want them to be a little bit more responsive in terms of control, a lot less lag, less of the flashing stuff, and just overall
Less of the...
maybe some more vision to the left and right, so that the player can, you know, better gauge their surroundings, because this game sucks at gauging the surroundings. Let's be real here. Ooh, you know what would be really cool?
It could be worse.
Give them all of the, give them the PlayStation treatment. Use the PlayStation sprites. That'd look really pretty. Certain blocks.
Extreme 1 and 2, but it's bundled, and remastered.
That would be cool. Maverick Hunter Extreme 1 and 2. Maverick Hunter Cyber Mission 1 and 2. The Soul Cyber Missions? I don't know.
Why is this one called Cyber Mission if the first one...
First one's called Cyber Mission. This one's called, like, Souls something.
Cyber Soul Calibur. That's a completely different game, Casey. We don't need to talk about it.
I got nothing on Soul Calibur, so yeah.
It's really fun.
It game. That's all I got. I don't know. I have one of the Soul Calibur games, but Truman got it because of the character creator, and then couldn't use too much
I'm
with
sorry?
it.
What? What was that? Why? Why did you get stuck on the corner?
More reasons the game needs a remake. Does Extreme 1 Cyber Mission confirm Classic and EXE are connected? No, but for Xtreme 1, they keep talking about the mother computer, but they never name it. And they never name it beyond the mother computer. So I always thought it was the dive computer.
I mean, it makes sense if you really think about it.
It stores all the data from previous Mavericks and boss battles. And there's
What
no...
does the dive computer do?
Exactly, it does the exact same thing. So why shouldn't it be the same thing? Just some headcanon-y thoughts here. See, it makes sense. And that would make sense because then, because it would have data on X0 and everybody else. And if Battle Network's Wi-Fi is that overreaching into the other series, they're connected, which would mean they retcon the name. Exactly. They just retcon the name. And then that would mean Rico would be a AI navigator, and all the other characters are just members of the dive computer and or hackers of the dive computer. And because of Battle Network's overreaching Wi-Fi, connecting in the classic via Star Force and stuff, it could all be connected. And these are, like, that's just a good idea.
Casey's short. Gavin is bigger. Conclusion, Casey is the shortest of the...
I think you are, actually.
What?
You and Brent are at a similar height, I believe.
Brent and I... no, Brent's taller than me.
Which would mean everybody is taller than you. You are actually the shortest of the four. Truman's the tall.
Wait, how would you know that?
Because Truman...
No. How would they know that?
Because we were talking about heights earlier.
Were we?
Yes.
I don't remember. Yeah, I know I'm 5'3", but how did they
If
know?
if I'm shorter, it would conclude that Casey is the shortest out of the four of us. It's jumping to conclusions. I'll agree with you there, but I mean it's not wrong.
They're not wrong. I just hate being called short. I prefer the term small.
Ah, I see. You're tall.
Hey, at least I'm not as tall as freaking, what's his face? Napoleon Bonaparte?
Bonaparte?
Whatever.
Bonaparte was a normal height. Casey...
He was 5 foot tall.
No, he wasn't.
I swear.
No.
How tall was he?
He was an average height. He was like 5'5" or something like that. He was not short. That came down to propaganda to make the British people less afraid of him. To mock him, they made him
Napoleon blown apart more like. I love history jokes.
Anyways, back to the
You're not short, I'm just large.
Back to this. So, this stage is based on Toxic Seahorse. X, what happened? Grayscale.
Fun-sized Casey.
Grayscale. Enter the capsule. Take the
this.
This will enhance your mobility, enable you to dash while jumping. You'll also be able to dash upwards. The dashing upwards isn't used as much as you'd think, but it's actually incredibly useful.
X, take this leg.
So this is based on the X2 armor's looks, but it's the X3 armor full and through. It's the X2 body part. So that is instant kill. Or will be instant kill. I'm sorry for the flashing. And that's kind of the theme with this game, flashing stuff.
I hope you didn't miss Zero final in Blast Hornet stage. You need Drill Crush for it.
I don't think we picked it up because I didn't have...
Zeke goes, yeah, that water is hard to look at.
Yeah, if
Let's hear, what's another thing that gives us Xtreme that has to do with water patterns?
Mega Man 2's background in Bubble Man stage?
Yeah, that's it.
That's the one. It's about to get worse, so if you guys want to look away for this stage, I feel it.
Why is it flashing yellow?
Because it's instant kill now. It's electrically charged. They pick you out later in the stage, it flashes yellow to warn you, and during the final stage it doesn't flash, but it instantly kills you. Yep, that is true. That is one of the more annoying bits about this game.
Turn your phone over and don't look at it. And just listen to the audio.
I believe we are past the water.
No, Sylveon.
It's electric water. Or no, we are not past the water. My bad.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? At least with the enemies a bit. This reminds me of that one section in Metroid 4.
See, with a remake, you can have it stay on screen and shock the level and whatnot. You can make it just cover up these sprites instead of being a flashing overlay. You can make it not as much of an eyesore. I mean, it's still gonna be an eyesore. It's popping in from the bottom of the screen, so.
Reverse Dino-Rex?
Nah, I could see that. You've not played X5.
I was like...
X5 has a lava sequence in Burn Dino-Rex's stage. Metroid Fusion, you say?
Yes, I love Metroid Fusion. Fun fact, it's the only Metroid game that I've actually put millions of hours into.
Millions?
That's what I say.
You haven't been alive for millions.
It was a joke. It's
alive for
not in a
thousands?
joke. You know what I mean.
Flash and Blaze says they missed the Guns N' Roses references. Well, I mean, we still have Neon Tiger. Neon Tiger's stage theme is just My Michelle from Guns N' Roses. It's the same song.
It's him, Sparkful.
Let's see. We want to destroy him as X, so we can get his weapon. So I haven't actually been back to this game in a number of years, so...
Okay.
As far as difficulty goes, it's getting easier as I play, but...
Didn't you... Never mind.
What's up?
Oh wait, you said X, not 0. My brain hurts.
Yeah, I want to destroy him as X because it's X's top path. Tri-Thunder. It's not Triad Thunder in this one, it's just Tri-Thunder. Why is... I think because he's got a short circuit in his brain. I think that's the whole thought.
That's why he went Maverick.
No, it was because of Zero, but I'm not going to get into that side of the lore until X4. I believe yes, we have enough for this now. Ooh, we also have the Ultimate Saber upgrade for Zero.
Nice.
I am going to keep going with what I've got, though, because... No. This game gets annoying with its, with some of its stuff, so... Alright, you said Blast Hornet, I need Tunnel Rhino's weapon. I don't remember where it's at, so... As Zero, I can switch on the fly. Well... No, I wish it did. If it did, I wouldn't be freaking out about this. I'm just gonna try to find it, and then go from there.
That was really close.
Yep. Well, there's one of the items I needed.
I did like one who thinks these things look more like flying spiders than,
The bee drones from X3.
yeah. Well, here, that they look more like spiders.
Nah, just because you're looking at the mandibles.
meant the eyes, but that's fair. That's another fair assessment. Yeah, it has to be done as Zero Drill crushes the downward stab, Tornado Fang won't break the wall.
Gotcha.
What a game. But remember, it's strong against Neon Tiger when you can use Great Claw against Launch Octopus.
Alright. I'm gonna save and continue real quick here. Alright. Next up. Yeah, let's go back to Flame Mammoth real quick and take care of X's other part. We'll leave this as still the Buster upgrade. Yeah, this is already more health than I would have had with either character if I would have played it normally. Luckily, for all of X's upgrades, they all rely on... All except for one relies on...
X, look at me.
Oh, I guess it's broken. So increase the amount of charge shot. 2 charge shots in a row.
I'm sorry, but I could just imagine X just going up to a capsule. Mr. Light. I guess it's broken. Hello, X.
It's only programmed to recognize the back of X's head.
Yeah. You
Alright.
must get all the energy resources, X.
What?
That's a good question.
Alright.
El Jefe says, hey, Gavin, I love Mega Man games.
Well,
It stands for Chief, by the way.
Oh. Well.
It
Welcome-
needs to be, like, your boss.
Okay, well, I get you. Well, either way, welcome to the... I wasn't really gonna ask, but... Alright.
Sorry.
No, you're
I
good.
like to inform because not many people know what Jefe means.
Shrug. Anyways, welcome to the stream. Glad you like Mega Man games. I don't plan on stopping playing these games anytime soon. Right now we're just doing the entire X series. We are on Xtreme 2, and then the next stream I do will be X4, so...
Because at this time that Gavin's entire chat room figured out Casey could speak Spanish.
That was pretty obvious.
Eh?
Alright, that's beaten. Alright.
That's enough.
That's enough, Casey. Chill out with the multilingual stuff for a bit.
I will speak octopus.
Oh, Octopardo. Anyways,
That's right, I forgot that's his other alias.
so I'm gonna go... No, it's this. So yes, they do stack.
So it's 3?
Yep.
How many of those can you have equipped at one time? Only 4?
I believe you have 3 parts equipped total. Once you go full armor, you can only equip 2. Yeah, but I'm not worried about that right at the moment.
The Grizz says, gather all the power you... Wait. Oh, gather all the power, you will save the world, right?
We're trying to stop an island heist, but okay. I mean, I guess that's the world.
Change the world.
Let the confused voice take you lower.
What?
So that's a confused voice.
Yeah.
Not meant to make sense.
Zawardo.
Of course. Of course, of course. Okay, we're gonna take the low path here. So, we basically got the X3 Buster, the X3 leg part, but the X2 body part.
So, I never gave these enemies the time of day. Do they actually hurt you after a while of being in their mouth, or do they just...
As far as I know, yes, but I've never let them have me in their mouth for that long.
Well, they attack me, and then I'm, like, trapped in their mouth for, like, maybe a second or so.
Yeah, they're very easy enemies, so I couldn't tell you. I actually have never stayed in their mouth long enough to let that be a problem.
Flashing Blade says, yes, can confirm.
Got it.
Interesting.
Alright. There's that.
Look at this goofy looking guy.
So, in some versions of X1, every single segment will give you something. In other versions, only the head will, and in this one, it's the head and the tail, I believe. So, walking in on him with a full charge shot.
Hello, X, you will drown. We don't have lungs.
Just down and jump, dash across the room, about to say slide. As you can see, the Buster does ridiculous amounts of damage at this point.
So now every bot's weakness is the Buster.
Do I know where the Hadoken is in this game? No. Isn't it the Shadoken in this one as well?
Wait, I thought you were asking me.
No, I don't remember.
The Shadoken. I'm sorry, it's really hilarious to see to hear those two combined.
Yeah, it's certainly different. Hadouken. I don't remember where it's at. No, I'm sorry. Bracana's boss stage right before the boss door. Okay, that makes sense. Let's see. We've done everything there except for Neon Tiger. I don't need the helmet because we got the helmet with Zero. I forget, what do the other two parts do for Zero?
They make him stronger.
Gotcha. Well, I believe we will go for it. I already know I missed out on a part for X and a part for Zero. I just don't remember. Could always boot up my old 100% file and just go from there, but... Well, happy early birthday, Sylveon. I don't believe I'll be streaming on that day. Freezes time and dashes up, does a ton of damage. I think the boots only break the block. I thought it was the... well, we'll check it out. There's some weird oversights in this game, and I have to say the capsules are one of them.
I like this background, even though it's repetitive.
I do like the whole fact that just double tapping jump does the dash. It makes the game really intuitive.
I honestly think that should have been something implemented in the first one, instead of having to use select.
Well, I mean, you didn't.
Did it have the double tap as well, or was
Yeah, it had the double tap and the downward dash.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know it had the double tap. I knew it had the downward dash.
So I can't get this because Zero is the one with the fire weapon. And it does absolutely nothing to that gate.
It's made of wood.
And the drills do nothing, I believe. Yeah. I like that it remembers which weapon I get. But that would have been the helmet there for X.
I still find it really funny that when you first introduced this game to me, I thought it was 10.
Yeah, Casey thought the X series was 10. I don't...
Not the entire series, it's because you taught me how to play, well, I learned how to play 10, and I beat it. And then you said, would you like to play X? And I'm like, X stands for 10 in Roman numerals.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it does, but it's not the way the series rolls.
I didn't understand it at first. So
KE949, hello, welcome. I don't think Sting Chameleon... I think Sting Chameleon was one of the bosses that were actually left on the table, so...
Yeah, they were left on the docket for a non-planned third sequel.
No, I mean... I just mean they weren't used in either Xtreme game. But that was quick. I don't remember which heart tank we're missing, but I think we're only missing one or two.
You collected the one in the stage?
Yep.
Okay, just wanted to be sure.
We got the one here, the one in Launch Octopus, we got the one in Vault, and we got the one in Flame. We got the one here, I think. I'll have to double check. Or, no, we did. We got the one in Blast. We didn't get the one in Overdrive Ostrich. Alright. I'm gonna go for... You say that we just need the boot parts for it? Yeah. I don't believe you can. But it doesn't matter, because we can just chop by the last part I need anyways. I believe that's an animation just for the combined sprite. You okay, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of zoning out a little.
I'm
Yeepy.
Yeah, even though I got a full 7 hours
Well,
of sleep, I'm still tired.
oh boy. Well.
Is it bad that I forgot you had the upward dash?
I do too. In this game, I barely use it, so... So I thought you need...
It could be even more funny.
I could have sworn you need the lightning for this one.
That's what Flashing Blades confirms, that you need lightning for this.
Yeah. And with X... I don't have anything that'll break it open. Alright. I just wanted to kind of sort of double check. It's from it's from Wire Sponge, so we didn't actually do it yet. Right, we didn't beat Wire Sponge. I'm so used to X2 that I don't know what's going on with me today.
I don't know what's going on with me either.
You meant with you, not me, right? Yeah.
I said me either. I don't know what's going on with me either.
Okay, I'm just...
Are you okay?
No.
Do you want a cookie or something?
Probably. Fun
brain day today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought about I kind of sort of want Chipotle, but I don't have the cash for it at the moment. So.
I know. I feel that.
I've got a New York trip that I gotta do next week for a wedding, and I'm excited about it. But it also means that I'm only probably going to do a stream, one or two streams next week.
Join the dark side. We have cookies.
You do? You have cooks?
Oh no, she's interested.
Run.
funny that just because of one joke during a drawing stream, we have an emote for cookies.
Anyways, so the
During the gay side, we have muffins.
that's right. We do have muffins.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Happy Pride Month, everybody.
Yeah, happy Pride Month.
I don't think it's really that relevant to my channel. I mean, I am LGBTQ, but
I cosplay Darth Maul at cons, and I walk around with snack packs of cookies to hand out. Really?
that's cool.
That's awesome.
So, fun fact about the Buster Plus upgrade: it actually does not do anything to your charge shot variant.
Really?
Yeah, you have to hit with the standard Buster shot.
Even the half charge doesn't.
I
do it?
believe
It
the
was also
half.
red.
I think the half charge does, but I could be wrong.
Yep. Vintage meme never dies.
So we'll do a quick check here.
I love vintage memes.
Like that did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, he's getting mad.
Oh no.
He's got a spark plug. You want lightning? You gotta kill him as 0. Yeah,
I know.
we're on. No, we're on. I read it.
We're on it.
We're on it.
I did
I did it.
it. Oh, you're mocking me now?
They're bugging you, hey. Daniel Thrasher is such a has such an influence on both of us. It's funny.
For those who don't know, he did a video called "Are You Mocking Me?" Huh? And it's just a kid coming home from school, and then their dad is like, he's like, "How was school?" Everyone was mocking me, and then he starts mocking and goes way overboard. It's great.
Dad, they're mugging you.
Everybody's mocking you. Huh? It's great.
I love how killing him with Sonic Slicer gives him a MMZ style cut-in half animation.
Yeah, I can't wait till we get to the Zero series. I'll be doing that right after X, so... Because I figure, I'll do these in order. Why not? My only fear is the Misadventures of Tronbon. I'm not good at the Misadventures of Tronbon. I've played it like twice.
Let me guess, it's because the third bots constantly get in your way.
No, because
They are little menaces to society.
No.
We need to ban them.
No, they are not.
I'm here to talk about them. It just turns into Jake.
Listen, if you told any Mega Man fan to ban the Legends characters, you're gonna have a bad time.
Oh, okay.
The Legends characters are freaking beloved.
I know.
They are more expressive and lovable than the Wind Waker's characters.
I have nothing wrong with them. It's just a joke because they seem so gremlin-like, just like Casey. But then again, Casey's at least has one more brain cell than I do.
That was an explosion joke in 2. Her clothes gets accidentally burnt off because she fights in a lava field in a volcano. Alright.
So does X have a split timeline? X1 through 5 goes through...
No. So it is X1 through 8 and then 0, and then if you want the other way, it's X1 through 7 command mission, and that's the split timeline.
I like Fox and his description of the Surbots. Is Tronbon the girl with the Lego robots?
So the X series is one with very few splits. The scene with Zero is actually something we see way later on. So that gives us Zero's special move. How do I figure? I'm assuming... So, Command Mission is an alternate take on X8. It takes place in 22XX. Now, I theorize that perhaps it could take place after X8, because there is no Sigma, but no, the developers did confirm it was an alternate timeline. So, X7 happens regardless. X8 happens if you want to play the Zero games, so...
Zeke says, I know it's supposed to be a hologram, but it looks like he has come
All-
down from... Sorry.
Oh, no, I see that. I'm just answering the Flash and Blades question real quick here, because they say X6 creates more continuity errors. X6 actually doesn't create as many as you'd think. A lot of it's very explainable. A lot of it is mistranslations. Like in the original Japanese, it was believed that Isaac was actually the one who put Zero back together. It wasn't. He didn't know how he got put back together, but in text implied it was Isaac who put him back together. So the hid myself while I repaired myself thing is just really poor translation. In fact, it's more canonical and correct to for what Zero says to Dr. Light, that he doesn't know how he came back. As far as X5's endings, where Zero gets sealed away, is a long ways away down the timeline. So X5, X6, 7, and 8 are all canon. I just wanted to get extra orbs there. Alright, so for parts, I would have liked the armor with Zero, because that would have helped me stay alive with him more, but it's alright.
That's fair.
I can't get that right now. Normally goes into his 100-year stasis after you beat the game as AS0. Yeah, but that stasis is once again the same scene from X5. It's not... It's just showing the same scene. Yes, he is. But it is. Model A is built with the new generation Reploids in mind. That's what gives it the... that's what gives them the ability to transform into the other Mavericks. So, as far as the games are concerned, Model A is based on Axel. There is a part of X's story that we don't know about Axel. He could have been another body for Sigma. He could have been another body for Lumine. We don't know. We just know that he is connected to them in some way, shape, or form. So, ZX is giving us a hint at what Axel's true being is. He has something to do with the next generation of Reploids and surpassing humanity. Yes, but the knowledge base is also lacking certain information pieces. If you look at just the design as well as the developer interviews for ZX, you can tell they took a lot of time to go through X7's designs to create their series. The way I would look at it is X1, X2, Xtreme, X3, Xtreme 2, X4, at X5, the canon ending is Zero is missing, presumed dead, and X must carry on the legacy. Then we have X6, where we then, at the end of the game, Zero is brought back due to Isaac's meddling. So he actually was dead for a time. And then X7, X8, Zero is locked away from the endings of X5 and X6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, ZX, ZX Advent, Legends 1. So, that is the way I structure the timeline as far as the X series go. I know some people would disagree. There was a time where I would put Command Mission after X8 and before the ceiling, but I decided against it for my final big video when I did the Ultimate Guide Part 1. And the main reason behind that was just the fact that I had to keep it concise, and I figured Command Mission has a lot of retcons to X8, so there's no way it could actually be a part of the main series. And I read the developer interviews, and I said, alright, I'll give you that one. Alright. we've only got 3 weapons here. We got 4 with X, so... Overdrive Ostrich shall be killed with 0. So that is the canon timeline for the X series. Getting back to what you were gonna say, Casey, because you were reading Zeke's message. Coming down for the heavenly gift of gear. Isaac is just Zero's fanboy. Isaac is Dr. Wily. We have that confirmed. Isaac and Surges are both Dr. Wily.
Interesting.
Yes.
Look who it is.
It's Gareth!
Without the extra R in his name. What?
I don't know, it's just funny. Oh boy, the typos are great. Alright.
Nope, I'm dumb. I thought he had 2 R's in his name. It seems like he would.
Alright, I'm gonna keep...
King Arthur from Ghouls and...
It's King Arthur from Ghouls and Ghosts! Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. It's Maximo! I love the Maximo games. I have both of them. They're really good.
I don't think I've played them.
You probably haven't. They're 3D Ghosts and Goblins games. They're good.
Oh, wait, yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I haven't. I have not. I want to try them, though.
So this is the part of the stream where it's just gonna go a little bit off the rails so I can get the rest of the souls, so we can get the armors and
On a
whatnot.
crazy train?
We have a train?
Yeah, the heck train.
Yeah. Are we hyped right now?
Are we hype chat? It's 1984. You see it?
Oh.
I don't know.
So it is.
No, it's 1988.
We're going through the years. Anyways, so, here's a question for the chat. What is their favorite, Capcom game? As well as you, Casey, you can answer. I just don't want to keep talking, because I feel like I've gone on a ramble. Don't give me that face. You gonna answer?
Okay. I am actually strung between Ghosts and Goblins and Resident Evil. As much as I love the Street Fighter series and Mega Man, I'm strung between those two.
There are chances I mostly played Mega Man games. That's fair.
You know I'm all about the Mega Man games. I also kind of fell head over heels for Dead Rising.
Dead Rising is great.
I haven't tried it.
I love Strider. The Strider games are just
You know what?
works
pose a
of
very good
art.
point. You work a very good point.
Tw- 2080.
Devil May Cry is also another good
Devil
series.
May Cry is a beautiful series. I've never actually played Dead Rising, though. I need to. I've heard good things.
It's
I know
really
it's
fun.
got serve bots. I know Frank West is a serve bot in canon. Like, he's an honorary member. Tronbon made him that in one of the side games. That's some lore I should probably get into at some point. All of the weird side games.
That's
Project
so
Cross-
dumb.
Project Crossover and Marvel vs. Capcom introduced you to Dead Rising? Yeah, well, that's a good way to be introduced to it, honestly. I played a lot of Tatsunoko vs. Capcom growing up. I know that's a game that doesn't get mentioned nearly as much as it probably should. Because Tatsunoko vs. Capcom is such a good fighter. I bought it because it had Mega Man characters, but I also didn't get a chance to get it at launch because it's one of those Wii games that had had a limited run in the West.
I hate that.
And I think the main reason for that was because of the licensing. Because Tatsunoko is an animation studio. They're not a video game manufacturer. So... Why did I say manufacturer? Yes, we manufacture our games. We don't create them. Yeah, I know. I mean,
We're fancy.
We're fancy. I got a turbo button.
It was in a roundabout way, so I like to cosplay. I also like to take photos. Started looking for a character who carries a camera. Then I found Frank West.
Character who carries cameras. He studied wars, you know. Anyway.
What's a war?
What's a war?
What is a war? Does it involve Wileys?
Sure. McWiley's.
Good game.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Grimace. Anybody else remember when Grimace was just a terrifying monster? They put out a so.
Wasn't that the thing that Grimace used to do? He would steal your chicken nuggets when you're not looking.
I thought he'd steal everything.
Would he? Because I know the Hamburglar steal. Why are we talking about McDonald's characters?
Because I was going to transition into the fact that they made a new McDonald's game for Game Boy Color this year because of Grimace.
Yeah. Okay, so Hamburglar steals hamburgers. I thought the Grimace was a chicken nugget monster. I'll double check myself.
These are questions for the ages.
Grimace belongs in Ghostbusters. There is a ghost that does eat a lot, and it's not Slimer. It's he's from the new age of Ghostbusters. I forget what his name is.
Gobbler.
Gobbler. There you go.
I think it was Gobbler.
Is it Gobbler or Muncher?
Muncher.
Muncher.
Yeah. It had to be Muncher. From the newest one,
yeah,
Afterlife.
It's the Afterlife. That's it.
I loved Afterlife. I cannot wait for the sequel.
I thought Grimace stole people's shakes.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Okay, I'm gonna search this up, chat.
Casey's searching this up while I'm grinding.
She's on the horn.
So, this is the armor. This is what it looks like. As you can see, all of our equipment has been taken off of X, so we're just gonna...
I misspelled his name.
Put that back on.
Chat, I want you to guess how I misspelled Grimace's name.
I don't know.
Wait, I put, what does Grimace steal? And then it said from Wendy's.
Yeah.
Okay, species. Grimace is a character, featured in McDonald's Land commercials. Now known as Ronald McDonald's best friend, he was introduced as a villainous character called Evil Grimace, who stole people's shakes. But he quickly morphed into someone known for sharing the joy of shakes with his friends. So he stole shakes, but through the power of a Genesis game that we will never speak about, he became happy.
You gonna look at his original design?
I don't want to look at his original design.
You've seen it? You know what I'm talking about?
I've only
that
seen
thing is horrifying.
I've heard horror stories about it. I'm probably gonna give myself a nightmare fuel with it.
Oh,
Doesn't
boy.
he have teeth?
Yeah, so I thought it was eyes all over his body, but yeah, probably. He probably has teeth. Most horrifying things do.
Evil Grimace.
So we're just gonna do a bit of grinding
No, he
here.
looked the same. He just had more arms.
Yeah, I know, that's still creepy.
That's not as creepy as it could be. He looks the same, it's just his eyes are smaller and he's got more of a chill vibe to him.
So, the reason why we're going after this is because we need both X and Zero at full power for the
that's right.
fight.
This is what he used to look like. That's
Yeah, there you go.
He looks like a Pokemon.
Grimace belongs in Pokemon.
Yeah, he looks like a very small version of Muck. It's not that creepy.
Eh,
Could be worse.
could be the Hamburglar.
Oh no! I'm saving this.
Let's not talk about McDonald's anymore. I'm getting hungry by the second.
I'm also getting apparently Grimace is hungry too.
What? Grimace eating a child. Oh god.
It's not as horrifying as it sounds, Chad. It's actually really funny.
I think it was meant to be like a hug, but the mouth placement is like right on the kid's head, so it just looks like he's trying to eat a child.
Yum. A Grimer?
Yes.
Gyroman, Gyroman EXE belongs in Transformers Animated. Okay, let's be
That's
real.
true.
That is true.
That's true.
As much as I don't really watch Star Wars,
Transformers.
my mind just went blank for a second.
Your mind did something. I actually have plans to cover some Transformers content later this year, but I am not ready to do that yet. I have a lot more content to watch, and I'm regretting my choices. I picked out what series I wanted to cover this year, and I was like, well, I want to do Mega Man, I want to do Transformers, I want to do something Ghostbusters related down the line, because
Can we do Ghosts and Goblins?
I was planning on uploading the next part of that, yes.
Yay! I'd love to be on for that one.
It wasn't going to be a stream, though, it was going to be a recorded playthrough.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
But I still need to figure out what all I'm doing with all of that. Command mission, though, everybody's like, oh, I can't wait to command mission. I have no idea.
I
No
know
idea what I'm
exactly
doing.
what's gonna happen with Command Mission.
What, I'm going to start it and then end up stopping?
No, you're gonna start it, and then no one's gonna show up. It's gonna happen again. I feel it in my bones. But I have good intuition that this might be the turning point where people are actually gonna be there.
Yeah.
It's okay, Kevin. I'm sorry.
We might just do longer sessions for command mission.
That's fair. I mean,
I have
I
the
did stretch it a bit out for Luigi U.
Yeah, and we stretched it out yesterday for X3, so like we could just do longer 4-hour sessions filled with grinding and story. And I have a strategy guide, so like I can get everything.
Okay,
done.
no, that I believe. That's just the grinding is what I'm like.
Oh, I'm not worried about it because command missions grinding is actually not half bad.
Okay,
Because you
how
can-
much EXP do they give out then?
It's not that much EXP. It's just the amount of enemies.
Mega Trans Wars?
Mega trains.
Isn't that just Charge Man?
Choo choo.
Choo choo.
Thomas the Tank Engine, but it's terrifying. That exists.
Charlie. Choo Choo Charlie, that's what it is. That game actually looks really fun. I might consider trying it.
I feel bad because this is all I'm doing. I'm
That's
about
fine.
2 hours in, so I'm gonna do another shell out real quick. If you're enjoying the content at all and want to see more, please subscribe, stick around, share the video with a friend, and drop a like because I am gonna be doing this for a while.
So regular Thomas the Tank Engine?
Yeah,
How dare you?
exactly. Blades gets it. So, while this is going on, anybody have any interesting topics or questions for conversation? We could talk about Anthro, Ohio, how that went.
That was really fun. I enjoyed my time there.
Could talk about my plans for the wedding trip next week.
That show/book series was dark if you think about some of the implications. That's true.
If you're talking about Henry being walled in, they literally got him out of the wall in the next episode. I'm not kidding.
Henry was now confined to...
Confined
Henry
behind a
got-
wall. Oh wait, the wall got moved because they decided they needed Henry still. There was a lot of really messed up moments, but
Not even that. That's freaking tame. That's true. It did get pretty dark.
it's still going.
No, the original series.
The original Railroad books are really interesting, but I don't want to really talk. The thing is, I would love... That's one of those series where I actually know quite a bit, but I don't actually want to talk about it too much because I feel like it attracts the wrong kind of audience.
Get it? Attracts the wrong audience.
Yeah, I wasn't aiming for a pun, but alright. I just know that it attracts younger viewers, and I just don't have time to deal with that. I could get in trouble with people's parents, and I don't feel like dealing with Karens. Sorry. I quit fast food. So I didn't have to deal with the Karens anymore.
You deal with me? Boo, Casey. What? What did I do?
Just the pun.
I am not loved by your chat. This
No,
shows me
that's the
that
pun.
I'm to leave.
Nah,
Nobody likes me because I frigged up your ramen. They don't like
You
me
want to
because
tell
I
them about the ramen?
No, I don't want to talk about the ramen. You can tell them about the ramen. I don't want to talk about
She
it.
drained the broth from the ramen.
It's because my mom does it like that. I don't know how she does it. I'm weird.
No, not this again. Yeah, see, the chat doesn't even want to talk about it. It was the pun. It was the pun that did it. Alright, well,
Yeah, we know.
Where-
We very well know.
where are we at? So, I only need a little bit more. Under normal circumstances, I would get, like, the half weapon energy stuff, too, and go from there. I think Xtreme 2 has some really...
Let's get the energy balancer.
We already have it.
You don't need to buy from the shop yet.
Casey, it comes pre-installed in all Reploids. It's a standard unit. Okay, will the grinding please stop?
No.
No. We're gonna make it a 4-hour part, just for you, Gavin. Just because you showed up today. Hasn't been too bad of a playthrough, honestly.
I mean, I've been enjoying this one. Look, it could be worse. It could be much worse.
X3 dragged on, and that
X3
was...
dragged on. I'm still quoting Myths of Monsters because it was that bad. Do you have a Star Wars wish list for future projects, shows, games, etc.?
What do you mean by that?
Casey's war crimes have resurfaced.
Oh no, they found me!
So, are you talking about Star Wars, or are you saying like a wish list in general? Because as far as Star Wars go, Star Wars could drown and I wouldn't care.
Yeah, this one's more of a Star Trek person.
And even then, I don't care that much about Star
If
Trek.
anyone is to cover Star Wars, it'd probably be me. I think I might be the only one in this house that cares about it.
You and Brent are the only two that care about it.
You have it on Wii.
Yeah, Lego.
Either way,
It's a Lego game.
it's a Lego game. It's still Star Wars.
I kept it. Yeah, I kept it because my nephews played on my Wii.
Oh.
I've had those games since forever.
Oh yeah, that's right. Like characters or storylines you want to see explored?
Like, are we talking once again? Oh yeah, they're talking Star Wars.
Do you then, Casey? Yeah, I do have some characters that I think I'd love to have more background for, but the thing is that it's just, I need to rewatch every single movie again because I had forgotten the lore pretty badly.
If I watch it with Casey, I'm gonna be making fun of Star Wars the entire
No,
time.
you won't be watching it with me. I'll be watching it in my room with my headphones on.
Oh, so it's Star Wars, too sacred to make fun of.
No, I just don't like people making fun of like movies while I'm watching them. Like, unless I'm doing it too, but at that point, it's because I'm trying to retain the information, and if I get distracted, I'm just gonna be mad.
Does it really matter though?
To me, it
Disney
does.
keeps messing up lore.
Okay,
anyway.
no. That has nothing to do with the original golden age of Star Wars, okay?
Okay, the Golden Age was the first 3 movies from the way the fans talk. So I don't really think there ever was a Golden Age. I think there were just 3 good movies and 6 kind of ones, and everybody just won't shut up about it because it's been shoved in their faces by Disney so much. And that is...
We can tell how much that Gavin and I disagree on certain things, and how I feel like I'm not allowed to like this in this house.
No, you can like it. That is my opinion, and
I know that's your opinion.
I
and
wanted to share
and
it.
you are entitled to your opinion, Gavin.
The Golden Age was the prequels to me. You know what? I'll give you Jar Jar Binks. I'll give you that one. Shit. Best joke ever. Casey, you doing alright? She went to the kitchen, so I don't know actually what she's doing. Oh, man. Hope everybody's having a fun time. But, Casey joining from the chat. What you doing in the kitchen, Case? Did I miss the stream? No, you're just in time to watch the 4-hour grinding session. Oh boy. Granted, I have some pretty bad opinions. You know what? I have an opinion about Mega Man that would get me canceled, probably. Like, for the Mega Man community, like, they'd probably just absolutely hate me. I think X-Over deserves a new game. I think X-Dive wasn't that bad. I think X6 and 7 were actually okay games. I think Battle Network 4, after my most recent replay, wasn't as bad as I made it out to be in my video. I think that most of the hate for X4 comes down to people playing it too quickly. What other cancelable opinions? I think The Misadventures of Tronbon is only okay. Legends 1 and 2 are great, but that's kind of a unanimous. X5 is pretty good. Mega Man 8 is alright. What other opinions could get me canceled from this fan base? Ooh. Zero 3 isn't as good as 04. People will fight me on that one. I know people have strong opinions. ZX and ZX Advent are both good. What? No, I'm giving my terrible Mega Man opinions. X5 is better than X4. Yeah, I can feel that one. I could see that one. I held that opinion for a little while. I think I still have that opinion, actually. I could do Sonic opinions, but, like, it doesn't matter what opinion I hold on that, because everybody will have my head no matter what I say. Zero 4 is better than 03, yeah. Oh, yes. That is an opinion I have held for a little while, actually. I think 04 is just mechanically, it has more going on. And I like it more because of that. Just like how I think X6 and X7 aren't bad games. Especially X7. Actually, I think X7 is actually a good game. Which is odd for me to say. Like I said, the Sonic opinions are the ones that I feel like could have me canceled. Like, I like 06. I like Sonic 06. It's a fine game. Sonic Adventure 2 is not the best Sonic game. Shadow the Hedgehog is okay. And not a bad game. Sonic Heroes was worse on my most recent replay. I had a bad time with that one. Well, yeah, that's the thing. My worst opinion, like, Sonic Colors is a mid title. That's something that will get me probably thrown to the gallows back when the Wii was brand new. But nowadays, it's like, yeah, I get it, 'cause Colors Ultimate, but alright, so we could get these three, but I think we're good. You like... Okay, but most people like Ruby Spears Casey. It's not a hate, that's not an opinion. As a Star Wars fan, nobody is happy with everybody else's opinion. Mega Man Fully Charged is better than the Ruby Spears cartoon. That one gets hate for that one. I get a lot of flack for people who have no idea what Fully Charged actually is. I get hate on that one from people who love the Ruby Spears show and have never seen it. You like Captain N though? I like the idea of Captain N. I don't like Captain N. I actually think Captain N is one of the main reasons a lot of franchises just ended up dying out. Because they showed them in such terrible lights. I actually think Captain N did more to harm Mega Man, Castlevania, and Kid Icarus's images than any poor game could have. Especially that early on. Oh boy. I know that Sonic Unleashed keeps going from good game to bad game. People keep fighting me on that one. I'm like, Sonic Unleashed is a good game. Somebody else, like, a day later, no. Speaking of Kung Fu Cutsman, I actually have a story about that. Me and my little brother, growing up, continually watched, like, a whole bunch of clips of it was just Cutman saying, Kung Fu Cutsman, and, I'm going to make paper dolls out of you, and then eventually we just started quoting that to each other. Also, I love the fact that Gutsman and Cutman in that show are both references to older comedians, and nobody pays attention to it. Yeah, that was easy. Save and continue. We're making our way there. Having just beaten Battle Network 3, I'm not really finding anything that says the best Battle Network game to me. I had a great time, and I don't get the feeling that... Yeah, that is an opinion that would get you hung in this fandom, I'm pretty sure. Is that Treble? No, that is Volgatter. That is Sigma's dog. And it's the last time we'll see it! Velgarder, sorry. Super recover more. Eh, why not? Next stage. And for this, we're actually going to switch out to Zero and equip him with all of his parts. Yeah, that is a true fact. Casey, when are you getting back in here? Food. Oh, that's fair. She's just crouching at me from the other side of the room. Oh boy. No, I'm good. I was gonna see if I could order a burrito, remember? I mean, I wouldn't mind a ramen if you made it correctly. This is gonna be the joke of the century for me. It's me the thing that gets me killed.
I will throw hands. See these bappers?
Yeah, I see him.
Did you
Speaking,
only have enough for you, or?
I don't think I don't know if I have.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said this midstream. I forgot about that. My bad.
I said I really don't. I probably don't have enough. I need to ask Truman if we can even do it in the first place, because he got his car fixed up before the trip, and he's only got. It costs nearly $400
That's fair.
to get the car back up and running. Because he needed tires, he needed all 4 tires, treads replaced, and an oil change and stuff. And then he had to look at the engine and get everything rebalanced and stuff. Essentially, routine maintenance on the car. But, because we take care of our things here on my channel.
So you fought Val Goddard?
Yeah, we fought Val Goddard.
No, Casey banned from ramen. I will make it. I will make ramen.
She's gonna make herself some ramen. You gonna do it the right way? You gonna do it the right way, Casey? You gonna keep the broth in there? Try it like that. See if you like it. Give it a try. The broth is the best part. We'll give it a minute to cool down then. Anyways. I do have some updates on some things that some people probably have no idea about. Yep. We'll be going for it. I don't know if I'll be using it. So, update behind the scenes. Got a sewing machine. I'm going to be making goat tongue over the next week, probably. Essentially what we're doing is I'm making Fursuit additive parts. You feel bad for the ramen. Casey, they say they feel bad for the ramen. Oh boy. This is Sigma. There's one. Ah, it wouldn't let me switch there. The little things. The little things. Yeah, it's got Sigma's face on it twice. Sigma went to Egypt. I'm gonna give that another try here real quick. I forgot my strategy for this guy, so we shouldn't be here for too much longer, honestly. Yeah. Xtreme 1 boss rush. No. That's all I gotta say. No, I'm not touching the boss rushes. I'm just here for the story. Good God, Fox, no, chill. Here for the plot, Burkana. No, no. I am actually, I play these games for the lore. I like watching the story unfold. I'm odd. When it comes to the X series, when it comes to Mega Man in general, I play him for the plot. I know that there's a large majority of the Battle Network fan base that would have my head because I don't like the multiplayer that much. But, granted, there is also a large majority of the Battle Network fan base that just hates the Legacy collections, and I don't get it. In fact, a lot of the Legacy collections don't get love until like a year after they're released. Hello, Zenny. Yes, you did make it. Right on time for me to fail a jump a couple times. His joke. Yeah, I know, it's a joke. I just think it's weird, right? Oh, Foxo, don't run away. I feel like that enemy is just there to waste time. Casey, what the hell? No, you don't put... Can somebody tell me what the weakness of the Sigma is real quick? But no, you don't put ice...
Which Sigma is this?
I don't actually think this is a Sigma, but it won't let me swap.
I'm just gonna check really quickly.
Zenny saying where you is. Fox knows that Casey's a mad woman.
I am. I'm here to cause war crimes. I can't find anything on this boss. Kind of on your own, pal. I'm gonna keep looking now.
I beat it. Zenny said ice cubes on what? Why? Why would you put ice cubes in cereal, Casey?
Anyways, did you read my message earlier?
Sigma found an ancient puzzle, which unlocked the spirit. Yeah, I read it. Just replace... Somebody needs to take the Yu-Gi-Oh logo and just replace it with the word Sigma.
Yu-Gi-Oh! But every time Tristan and Joey make the face, it's Sigma.
Yes. Alright. We'll take the energy saver. Sigma more like Ligma, yeah. Feel that. Barrier extending extends the barrier. Sure, why not? I've got the souls for it. And now we have a closable on Burkana. So I was thinking through it the other day, and here's something to think about. I remember a popular theory was that Cossack made Axel, but new generation Reploids could only be made after advancements in technology could be made that far. Thinking ew. So then if that's the case, then who made Axel? And my thought is, what if Axel was made by Lumine? Because Master Albert's still 200 years away. Who is Wily, Surges, or Isaac? Both are Wily. One embodies his ideas, and the other is a vessel for him. So Isaac is actually Wily. Wily in his whole. But Surges is all of the ideas and thoughts behind it. So anything relating to Zero is Surges. Anything related to Wily is Isaac. Yeah, why not? It's just a theory, just a thought. I'm not gonna say it's canon or anything, but it's just a thought. It was via Isaac, yes. It was via Isaac and Surges. Both of them would have existed around the same time. We even see Isaac's dead body. As if Wily couldn't hold on to the body anymore. It's the AI version. So while Dr. Light's AI is stuck to a capsule, Wily one-upped him by being an AI. So yes, Isaac and Surges are both Wily, and they are both So, MegaManX 2 says the X-Hunters have Zero's body, but remember, right, MegaManX 2 states that they rebuilt Zero's body. Yes. That is 100% true. Which lends credence to Surge's being Dr. Wily, at least all of his plans and schematics. Surge's is Wily confirmed. And then Isaac, rebuilding Zero and X6, only makes sense that he is also a vessel for Wily. So once Surge's is destroyed, he goes to the body of Isaac. Yeah. So they'd both be on equal footing there. So, for the next stream, it's going to be X4. I only have plans to do one run of X4. So, I'm going to start a poll in a little bit, whether we play as X or Zero in X4. And it will run until the video is over. And that'll start right now. So, let me get this done. Start a poll. So there we go. And they reference Soul Erasure, which means that if X6 is canon, Xtreme 2 is canon. Yes. Because Xtreme 1 is canon. And if there's a retcon about it being the dive computer, then at least the characters of X-Dive and the lore created there is canon. So, people can vote on who they want to see. I will play as whoever. Just note, I am vastly better with X than I am Zero, so... But I'm not going to fault people for whatever they pick. What was that? Nope, we're rewinding that. The heck was that? I've never had that happen before. Alright. Okay, so at the vertical climbing electric walls, air dash into the purple wall to get the Shitoken. Well, we will go for it. The walls are purple. Spot the gray. I'm assuming it's in this section. Yep. I would love it if you could get me a burrito, my dear. Specifically one from Chipotle, Karmic. That would be lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you, Flashing Blades, for helping out with that. Also, feel free to vote on who we're playing as in X4. What kind of burrito? I would love a steak burrito. White rice, you know, spicy and cheesy like I like it.
Okay, I made ramen. Now before chat freaks out,
I'm gonna look.
There's broth in it.
There's a suitable amount of broth in it. It looks
Suitable? What would you want me to overflow it with broth?
No, it just seems like quite a lot of broth, actually.
I don't know what y'all want from me.
For you to make a proper thing of ramen. That's all we've ever wanted.
It's just because the noodles get soggy after a while. How many ice cubes are... I have put ice cubes in ramen.
Well, hang on, wait. I just went in there. I got the Shitoken. I got the capsule, right?
Everyone's freaking out, Gavin.
Oh, wait. Do I need to be at full health? The last game, it didn't need to be full health, so... Okay, I'm gonna presume I wasn't at full charge shot there. Well, I am at full charge, and I'm holding up. Yeah, no, it's just not doing it. I don't know what's going on.
Down.
Okay, it was hold the full charge shot, press down, hold down, release the B button. Wasn't hold B up, then let go of B. We're going backwards! Anyways, enjoy your ramen.
I'll try if chat stops badgering me about it, if you read a bit. How many ice cubes are in it, Casey?
None.
The time has come for ramen redemption. I thought you were banned from ramen. Listen, I have put ice cubes in ramen before, but that's because it was really hot, and I literally could not eat it. One time, chat.
Xtreme 2 battery didn't die? Well, Salt YT, you can actually go get a... If you still have the cartridge, you can actually replace the battery. I'm rewinding here because I accidentally didn't get the Shitoken. So,
You can't restart the
Shitoken.
stage?
I'm at the boss section. Why would I
For
do
dying.
this?
I don't know.
Then I'd have to redo the whole stage.
Yeah, but you'd be able to get it. That's such a bad thing.
There you go. Wasn't that long. But welcome, Salt YT.
I thought it was, like,
Welcome.
somewhere in the middle of the stage.
No, it's near the end.
Casey's an enemy to cereal and ramen. Oh my gosh! It was only
There's
one
the
time
there it is. There's the Hadoken, and there's the Shuriken.
It was only one time. I've never done that with cereal before, though.
Okay, you want war crimes? I could tell you what my brother did.
What did he do? Oh wait.
He put salt and pepper on cereal and ate the whole bowl. My dad said it's a bad idea. It has a Hadoken. I didn't know that. Yeah, it's got a Hadoken and a Shuriken. You need all of the armor parts, and then on this final level, you go to that capsule, and you get the Shitoken, and all you have to do is hit up and down when releasing, up or down when releasing. Up will give you the Shuriken, down will give you the Hadoken.
I hereby sign the death warrant of an entire world and co-sign 1,000,000 souls to oblivion.
Oh no.
Is it because of my crimes, or...?
No, it's because of Burkana here. I'm sure it's because of Burkana, because...
Salt and pepper on cereal?
Yeah, my little brother's a dork who was like, I have to season everything I eat. And he ate the whole thing. Like, I can't even say that...
I mean, is it any stranger than me putting sugar on my cereal?
Well, sugar makes sense. It's already sweet. But he literally put salt...
Gavin's brother is the devil! Are we just gonna talk
I mean, he
about-
is... I mean, he is into sports and went to school for accounting, so...
The real question is, what cereal, though? What was it?
Frosted Flakes.
Oh, God. Why would you do that?
He can tell you the full story himself if he remembers it. I don't know if PTSD clouded that one.
I don't think I want to meet your brother now.
You didn't want to meet him beforehand.
What are you talking about?
Invincibility frames, please.
So wait, you got no invincibility frames during that? That's dumb.
So, her attacks lock out my A and B buttons, respectively.
Oh, I see. Sub-tank, perhaps?
Yep, we're gonna use a sub-tank.
I feel like this is gonna be a thing now, where on your channel we're just gonna discuss, food horror.
I could make it a series if people wanted. I have a lot of weird horror stories about food, because I used to be a chef.
Should we talk about the time Carving started a fire?
Oh, I could talk about the... He'll kill me for this one. He started a fire with toast. So...
He's gonna kill me for bringing that up.
Probably. It's okay, he's told the story on here before.
He's gonna be like, it happened one time!
It did happen only one time.
And none again, and never again.
Never
You trust
again.
him?
I believe it or not, never again. He didn't mess up any other toasters. Try not to slurp on the mic.
I'm sorry.
I know for a fact I picked some.
Not picked up.
Yeah. So, my boyfriend Karmic decided he was gonna make toast. And at this time, he was living at my mother's, and, with me, and he got a phone call from a college, and answered, and and walked away from the toaster. Now, this is a toaster oven, not a regular toaster. So, by the time I was sleeping on the couch, and I woke up on the couch and went, why is there smoke everywhere? And he came down the steps going, that was a college, this, that. I'm like, why is there smoke? Oh god, the toast! Went to the kitchen, there's just this burning fire in my toaster oven. And he pulls out this fire extinguisher that hadn't been tested. hadn't been checked in a number of years. Probably could have started a bigger fire if it was bad, but he used it, and it worked. And my mom had to get a new toaster oven, which was fine, but it was kind of funny.
Zenny,
Fire time.
you never stopped the poll, by the way.
I'm not stopping the poll till the game's over.
Oh, really?
Game's not over. This is for whether we're playing as X or 0 and X4. Get your votes in now. That'll be the next stream. It'll probably be next week because it won't be tomorrow, but it'll definitely be next week.
My cousin one time tried to make a grilled cheese with a slotted toaster.
With the cheese.
Still on it.
Okay,
I've done something similar.
there
where I
are-
put buttered toast in a toaster.
There are ways to do that. If you take 2 slices of bread and a glass dish and a piece of cheese, layer them together, and then press the dish down so that way then the ring is around the cheese and the bread, and just kind of cut into it. You'll essentially make an Uncrustable with a cheese filling, and all you have to do is toast it. Now, do I recommend this? No, because it has to be super well prepared and tight around all edges, or else it
There's
will
a way
leak.
to do that. You can make it with 2 small pans, if I'm correct.
Yeah, you can. So we got capsule time. We've got... Yeah.
Is it actually organized this time?
Yeah, we got top left, top right, right left,
Up, down.
and then we have right center, and left, and left middle. So feel free to pick one.
Middle one.
Okay, are we talking this middle or this middle? And if so, left or right? Chat can pick the order I do these. Casey, you want to pick one? I'll let you pick first, that way then chat can get the idea.
I almost repeated the middle one. I'm going top right.
Top right. If I can
Bottom
get
right.
if I can get there.
Who could it be? Now.
How did that miss?
Right? Oh,
It doesn't hit.
he's too high. You have to hit him while he's low to the ground.
Me on my days off. He's too high. It won't work. He's too high.
Not the bees.
It's not the bees.
Time to bring back up the up, down, left, right.
Up, down, left, right. Up, down, left, right, BA. BA lol.
There's a lol button.
Only you, Casey. Only you.
I'm not
The the bottom far right one. I'm gonna say that one.
That's what it means. That's why I recommended you do it in a clockwise order in terms of numerals.
I'm good. Flashing Blade said that's a good one. Looks like we got next capsule. Anybody can say it. That doesn't count.
Do right there.
Upper left. Perfect.
The bottom right.
I didn't number them. Gosh darn it. I've asked them to pick capsules before, and they've been like left, right, up, down. Same message. It's like down, right, left, up. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Bottom, left, left.
Yeah, bottom, left, top. And I'm like, somebody once said top, bottom, and I'm like, what does that mean?
We're playing on a DDR pad.
Bottom, left, says Fox.
Okay, left or right up. Okay.
Middle left, but entered from the left side. There you go.
Down, up, right. I like Zeke's message a lot. Middle, left, better, or the right side. Or the left side.
Down, up, right. We're just doing passwords at this point.
Here, I got one for you.
So they said middle left was next one, but they want it from the left side. I don't think I can get in that gap to go from the left side. Yeah, I can't go in from there. Nope. Couldn't do that. But, actually...
Right, down, diagonal, down right, and then B. There you go.
How about that? Down to one hit.
Hadoken?
I did a shuriken.
No, I know, I'm saying. Now, your finished move.
No, I should have done a Hadoken to finish it.
That's what I was asking, if you were gonna do it as your finisher.
Nah. Alright, so we got the...
Split them in
We
half,
have
like,
right,
forgot.
bottom... Oh,
Oreo cream to the right! Okay, as many people would think, I'd probably have food horror with every single thing I touch, but Oreos is the one that I don't.
deep fried Oreos.
Those are really good.
I am so sad that Sheets can't find a supplier for those. I am so angry. They took them off their menu, and they were my favorite thing to get. I'd just get deep fried Oreos, and that would be my snack. I would sit there and just melt into a thing of deep fried Oreos. I know I can make them at home. I don't want to make them at home.
I don't wanna.
I don't wanna. Alright.
Deep fried Oreos are the worst. I hated it. Zanny, I am sorry to inform you, you have lost a girlfriend.
Oh.
No, I'm joking.
He just gives you the left arrow. Okay.
Fake news.
Fake news on the deep fried Oreos, or the fact that they're...
The right what? I think it's fake news on the deep fried Oreos. Deep fried Oreos are trash, though.
They're great!
What are you talking about?
You've never had them right, because they're gooey center, crispy on the outside, and then you can put powdered sugar and icing on top.
Okay. Where have you guys gotten them from? Have you guys gotten them from Sheets, or have you gotten them from somewhere else? Because if you've gotten them from somewhere else, they're probably really bad.
Make
me some then? I'm not gonna make you any.
I'll make you some.
Diabetes. Like Fursuit.
You know what? I saw that flip, that rotate one, and my first thought is, oh, I know what sticker I have tagged to that on my Telegram. Because I make stickers, because I do art, and I've done sticker art, and Foxino knows exactly which one is mapped to what, because he's seen all my stickers, but regardless. Okay, we have a max sub-tank, too.
Casey's so mean to me. I'm not. Okay, you had it from a carnival? Yeah, they don't do them right there.
The first place I ever had them was at the zoo. Columbus Zoo, and they did it perfectly.
Do they still do them?
I believe they still do them. I'd need to check.
Taking Zenny to the zoo.
Taking Zenny to the zoo. That's how it goes.
Lamau, that sticker.
Oh yeah, you know exactly which one it is, Carnival did you dirty. Yeah, were they like soggy and stuff? Because they are supposed to be crispy on the outside, gooey in the middle, and just chocolatey heaven. Sigma's yellow in the portrait, blue on the profile. What's going on here?
And green. Despite this being a mishmash of various X games and bosses, Final Sigma is unique here.
Yep.
Isn't this just Mark II Sigma? Because didn't he have claws there as well?
Yeah, but his pattern is completely unique, so...
Okay, you know what, that's fair.
This is actually one of those Sigma fights that I both find really annoying, but on a good day, it's just a fun fight. Wet ball tasted like oil. Yeah, that means they weren't done properly. That means they weren't left out to dry, and they probably weren't in there for long enough to be properly battered. Alright. That didn't do anything. I forget what his weakness is. Casey, what's his weakness?
Give me 1 second. I will check for you.
Pretty sure it's Buster. Oh, right.
If you use zero, no. But it'll be very difficult to hit him without taking heavy damage if you do it to difficult use axe. Apparently, I'm checking right now.
He swaps colors, and that swaps who he is damageable by.
X-Buster and Beam Saber is his weakness.
You okay? I don't have any. I've got cookie mix, but...
Speaking of, those cookies were really good.
They were. Only a chest face and the face is vulnerable. Oh, man. I hope they do, because I love watching their videos. And if they do Xtreme, that'd be super fascinating to watch if it's even possible, because... I know there are some older no-hit runs. They were originally sparked by Raw Mithril. Believe it or not, I actually got to talk to Raw Mithril recently. Which was a really fun interview. I did an interview for the third part of the Ultimate Guide to Mega Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That I did not.
It was a couple months back. I just haven't gotten around to finishing up that video. It's taking me a lot longer.
That's fair. I'm still kind of jealous, though.
It's taking me a very long time. I didn't talk to Game Jam. I talked to Ron, but
Oh.
I said I talked to Ron Mithril. He's the one who started the whole no-hit Mega Man thing in the first place. I know that seems a little insane, like, yeah, but he also kind of started the whole challenge run idea in the first place. And before that point, there really hadn't been any challenge runs on YouTube.
Buster only was started by players who play like me.
No. He did Buster only no-hit.
No, it's a joke. Considering that I don't really use the items and weapons as much as I should.
And some people took it a step further and said... Okay. And like that, there's that. Okay, and that was Mega Man Xtreme 2. Let's see how the poll's doing. It looks like more people want me to do 0. This is a shame. I really wanted to show off X, but...
No, 0.
nope, everybody wants 0. That's fair. They still plan to do chip challenge damage list. Yeah, you turn off the game and put it in a drawer and you forget Battle Chip Challenge exists. Done! You never got hit once!
Exactly. Nobody likes chip challenge.
I'm kidding, of course. Good luck with that, though. I remember you mentioning it to me. Time to get serious.mp3. Oh, yes. If there is a version of X4 which lets me swap characters, I'm gonna be checking that out first, so... Yeah... We're gonna hear a lot of fun sound effects. Here's all the developers for this game. I would love to see this game get a remake or a re-release of any kind. A lot of these designs are really unique. I'd love to see them ported elsewhere.
Which one is the one that's a 2D side-scroller of X? I keep forgetting the name of it.
What?
Which
2D
one it's a 3D side-scroller, my bad.
Oh, X7 has 3D sections, Command Mission is a 3D RPG, X8 is 2D 3D, so it's a completely 3D game as well.
I think it's that one.
X8's really good.
Well, what if we did that but with this?
That'd be great. There was somebody working on a mod for the PSP Powered Up to make Powered Up 2.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to try that.
I hope it's real. They're also making another fan game called Mega Man 4B. So I guess I should probably show off at least what's going on here. So, the X mission and Zero mission you have to beat in order to get Xtreme. But there's also boss attack. We showed off Xtreme mode. Let's show off the boss attack real quick. So, you don't get any armors. You get all the parts. Except...
And all the weapons.
And all the weapons. And all you have to do is pick one of these castles and start. You can hold a button to get all the armor. I didn't know that. That's good. But here we go. Here's Chill Penguin. That's right, all of the bosses from Xtreme 1 are here. Except you get to fight them with Xtreme 2. So why not? I'll show it off a little bit, but if I die, I die. I think it's select. If it is, it is. If it isn't, it isn't.
It's still pretty cool.
You can still swap between X and Zero. So you can actually fight all of these guys with Zero. Which is, I believe, the only time, except for X Dive, where you can fight the X1 and 2 bosses with Zero. Which I think is crazy. We didn't get to use this at all, so let's go for this. I believe this powers up the dash, makes us invincible while dashing. But yeah. I'll give this, just to give this a little bit longer for the poll, because we've only got 8 votes in there. Casey, what did you think of Xtreme?
I think Xtreme's pretty good. I think this boss attack mode is really cool.
Yeah, because you just get both sets, it's nice.
Yeah, and the entirety of the cast for one.
Well, except for Sting Chameleon.
Was Sting Chameleon's on this?
Sting Chameleon wasn't in Xtreme 1, was he?
Dang. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, you also don't get all the cast of 2 or 3.
Who's Sting Chameleon? I've never heard of this character.
I think you're lying.
No, not Gavin.
I think you're lying, Gavin. You're making up stuff. You're making up characters. But yeah. I'll just do this real quick just to showcase it. Boomer Kuwanger isn't here either. I thought
That's true.
No. I completely forgot that he wasn't in either of these games. I could have sworn he was, but...
He's not. There were 8 bosses in total. two of which were
Oh, here's how they did the lava effect in this one. It doesn't move.
I believe Boomer, Quanger, and other guy,
Stinkin'
Chameleon, was replaced with Wheelgator and
Flamestag.
Flamestag. That's right. So yeah.
Well, there was Wheelgator, Flamestag, and then Flame Mammoth showed up here. I think Magna Centipede was like his replacement before I played X2. This was when I was like 8. Oh gosh. Zeke said, still better than the fire and water effects.
That's fair, but the
original had motion
and it wasn't bad. It was really good.
Well, they were here for X2. Zeke, you were here for X2, right?
No, Xtreme had good effects too.
Yeah, I think they were here for Xtreme and X2 as well.
I really like the effects for X2. I wonder how they handled it.
You have to look all that up. They've got information.
I ask you a lot of questions that regard special effects in these games, and you have no answer.
I have no answer for half of them.
Okay.
They've made it a still image because it probably took up more space on the cartridge, and they just wanted all these bosses fightable. You know, extra time on the dev team. No rush on getting this game out.
So it's pretty cool that they added these bosses back in.
Yeah, it is. Even if they are super easy with the Max Buster.
Fair enough, says Zeke. Honestly, I really enjoyed this playthrough of, well, even though that I didn't play anything at all, but, you know, it's still a really good game. And there he is. Flame Dough.
Ah, yes, Flame Dough.
You know what I think of when I say Flame Dough?
Jane Dough?
No, just a donut that's spicy.
Those exist.
Flame Dough nut. The entire chat will now forever hate me for my crimes against food.
Your crimes against food and your crimes against Flame Dough. Oh, Simpsons. Alright, so
Nothing at all.
Sorry.
So that was that. Mission is now complete. I'm going to end my poll real quickly. So next stream that I do will be X4, and I suppose we're playing as 0 with 75% of the vote. If you guys enjoyed this playthrough, please drop a like and subscribe. I have been your humble host, Gavin the Kitty, and you can follow me on Twitter at GavinDragonYT. You can also donate to the PayPal link on your screen or in the description below. We also have a Discord down there, as well as a Telegram art dump if you want to check either of those out. And there will be stuff to click on after the video is done. But that's all for me. Good night, everybody.